guys, Gary Lucas with Obsidian Painting, and today I'm going to talk about using the Vallejo Black Primer. Yay! So an actual airbrush video. How fantastic is that? I'm moving up in the world. I'm becoming fancy. So essentially, you just use this straight out of the bottle. It's relatively simple, pretty straightforward. Now also, remember, use gloves, okay? I don't. Well, I guess gloves don't really matter. But, you know, use gloves. That way you're not, you know, pulling paint off crap. And make sure you use a respirator. Do it. You don't want to die, essentially. That's what it comes down to. Do you want to die or do you want to live? If you want to die, go ahead. Be my guest. Don't use it. There is that possibility. Use the respirator. Don't use a dust mask. It's not going to work. That gets rid of particles. It does not get rid of chemicals. Okay? Use a respirator. So essentially it's just straight into the airbrush. I'm using the Infinity Solo. That's what I got. That's what I use. It's pretty awesome. And yeah, it's relatively straightforward. You just kind of spray it on. Now there were two things I did during this video, which you probably won't be able to see. And that is, I tried doing it, misting it on first, because that's how I normally prime with normal spray primers. But what I found, like as you can see kind of right there, what I found is it works. You know, you can build up light layers, but then I tested just going right at it, just kind of getting not too close, but close, and just kind of laying on one good layer. And I found that it actually, the formulation in the primer somehow made it dry even. It didn't clog up details whatsoever. And it left a nice, good layer of primer on. You're going to want to do 2 to 3 layers with the Vallejo Black Primer, or any of the gray, the white, or any of the new colored ones they're coming out with, because it's so thin, okay? And primer, you want it to be not thick, but you want it to do its job, right? Now the other thing is that I found was that it tended to be very thin, which I guess is why I'm already saying all this, but it was actually thin enough that just touching it would, you know, pull it off. So you want to get a couple good layers in there just to protect it. And yeah, really there's not much else to say. Now don't go and clog up the details. Don't put a crap load in one area. Always constantly move the airbrush around. I found that the primer was pretty good. I would use it again. I have used it again multiple times. It's good because you do it indoors, right? It doesn't leave this craziness in the air like after you're done. Whereas if you spray with a normal spray can indoors, yeah, you'll probably die again. Yeah, so don't do it. Make sure you go check it out at CanadianWarGaming.com.